Today's message is for all young entrepreneurs. Listen, I used to be young. When I'm talking about young, I'm talking about age young. I started the insurance business at the age of 20 years old. And there are certain things I learned how to stand out as a young entrepreneur when I was much younger back then. You know, today, I think there are a lot of young entrepreneurs are popping up in different industries. And one of the most common, I guess, question for young entrepreneurs is, how do I stand out? So I don't have any experience, I don't have any money yet, I don't have any track record, I don't have anything to offer, but how do I gain attention? How do I attract older people I can lead? How do I get people to trust me to buy my products when I'm only 24 years old? Those are the very common questions that young entrepreneurs probably wanting to find some kind of answer to. So today, this video is dedicating to all of the young entrepreneurs. If you're at your early 20s or maybe even mid 20s, today's message is for you. I'll give you some simple rules, you know, pretty simple. If you apply to it, I really believe that you can stand out big time as a young entrepreneur. The first one is have a sunshine attitude, not a sunset attitude. If you're young, one of the things that you can offer to people is your sunshine attitude. How do you show up to people's life? Are you energized? Are you smiling? Are you upbeat? How's your vibe? Check up on yourself every time when you meet a customer or meet somebody that you want to collaborate with, someone that you want to work for, somebody that you want to hire to work for you. Okay, so that's number one. And the second thing is dress sharp, talk sharp, and act sharp. Extremely important because, you know, at the end, people say, well, don't judge a book by its cover. But reality is that people do judge people by its cover, the way they look, the way they walk, the way they talk. So make sure you practice the way you look, the way you dress up. You know, make sure that when you walk out of your house, you look beyond your age. You want people to look at you as somebody that's, wow, this person is like very mature, very sharp looking. You might be 22, but if people think that you are already 32, that's a good thing, because in the business world, people want to work with people that they feel that they can trust. And one of the things that build up trust is their image, maturity level, the way they speak, the way they communicate, you know, all that. It'll help an individual to build up their professionalism. It starts with your image. Again, it's your dress code, it's the way you talk, it's the language you decide to use. So always try to dress sharp, talk sharp, and act beyond your age. The next very simple but important rule is show up early and stay late. It doesn't matter what you do, meetings, appointments, Zoom calls, you're trying to get somebody to buy something from you, make sure you show up earlier and stay late. That shows you are willing to go the extra mile. You're willing to work a little bit harder than the rest of the people who's already made it or much older than you, have more experience than you. Because when I started the business at a very young age, I asked myself a question. Number one, do I have money? Nope. Do I have experience? Nope. Do I have any track record? Nope. Then what do I have to offer to other people to buy from me, to follow me, to let me do business with them? My time, and also my professionalism. And I'm willing to do a little bit more than other people. So that leads to the next success principle, which is do more than what you ask for, whatever that might be. If somebody say you're required to show up at 10 o'clock, show up, as I said earlier, show up a little bit early. If you're required to finish 4 things, let's say a project, 4 things for your boss, you do an extra 2 things, you do 6. Now you surprise your boss, right? They say, wow, I only asked him to do 4, he does it at 6. Let's say you're in a sales organization, you're selling some kind of products, and you want the best mentor to mentor you. And let's say the minimum sales premium, sales target is to close 10 accounts. For example, 10 accounts. and you did 15 accounts for that month. Now you stand out as a sales leader in that company, and your mentor, the executive, has started to look at you differently than now because you always do a little bit more than you ask for. Let's say you work for a boss. Your boss said, you know what, I want, can you give me some coffee? All right, very simple. You ask exactly what coffee that your boss like, but on top of the coffee, maybe you get them some bakery. Maybe certain things that he or she never asked you for, but you think that it's going to help, make him happy or make her happy. Remember, always do more than what you ask for. If you live with that principle, you're going to get a lot more out of it in the long haul. Keeping your words is extremely, extremely relevant and important. You got to keep your words because your words are gold. You have nothing to offer. So if you tell somebody that I'm sending you that proposal by 5 p.m. tonight, you're going to send that proposal by 5 p.m. tonight. If you say that I will see you a week from now at this time, I'm going to help you to do certain things to your friends or whoever that might be, and you show up next week at a certain time and help your friends on whatever you promised your friends, now your friends will start to say, man, Larry is such a person that keeps his words. I like him. And he give you referrals now. Because remember, likability comes before trustability. People have to like you first. Then if you keep your words, people start to trust you. If you're going to tell your mentor, your leader, say, you know what, this month I will be the top 3 salespeople in this organization, and you actually become top 3, guess what? You kept your words. And your mentor, your leader, the executive say, man, this person, doesn't matter what comes out from her mouth or his mouth, she always deliver. That builds up a lot of credibility, and you start to have a great reputation. And with that, you start to work on yourself. Now you're building great character, right? Reputation is what people perceive you as. Character is who you really are behind the door and privately. Don't ever say, I can't do something. I'm too young to do this. I'm too young to do that. I'm too young to lead other people. I'm too young to speak publicly. You understand what I'm saying? Don't ever say, I can't do something. Always say, I don't know right now, but I'm willing to learn. See, when you say that, when you still act that way, your mind is open up and you'll be able to learn new skill set, having a better and stronger mindset and a smarter mindset than other people that's around you. Now you are standing out as an entrepreneur. And with actions, you back up by consistency. Now you're going to start to build up your resources. You start to build up your wisdom, your experience, because nothing can beat experience. Once you accumulate experience, bingo, you got it. And then eventually you do it for a long period of time. You start to accumulate what I call wisdom. Experience is you know what you need to do, what to do. Wisdom is you know you can do something, but you still won't do it. Everything you say should be true, but not everything that's true should be said. That's wisdom. Did you hear that one? Everything you say should be true, but not everything true should be said. If you start to understand that one important philosophy, you start to gain wisdom. And the last successful tip, simple but very successful tip for young entrepreneur I have to say is that you got to become an expert in whatever you do. Whatever you do, whatever you sell, whatever you commit to, you got to become an expert. You got to know more than other people that you're leading, that you're working with. Now you stand out. At the end of the day, nobody cares if you are 21 years old, if you're the best soccer player in the world, and people want to learn from you if they're 50, if you're 21. Nobody cares if you're only 7 years old, but if you're the best pianist and you know how to play piano, and an older person that's 32 might say, hey, teach me how to play piano. I don't care if you're 7 years old. Same thing in entrepreneurship. If the more you know, you immerse yourself in your industry and learn the ins and outs, all the details. Now you know a lot more than other people that you're leading. You know a lot more than your customers. Now how could they not listen to you, right? So those are my 7 simple, golden principles to stand out as a young entrepreneur. I hope today's message really, really gave some very simple but basic but important rules, principles for any one of you who try to build your own reputation, credibility, and also ultimately, you'll be able to lead a lot of people that's older than you. All right, JW here, and see you soon. Take care. JW here. If you like my content, comment below and download my JW Just Win app. See you next time.